a measuring stick game to see where you're at against a team that won the championship last year?
I don't know if I'd say measuring stick, but I think just this week, the teams that we're playing, obviously we're just playing the best teams in the West. So for us, it's just a matter of just putting consistent effort through it.
How has the emotion of this week been? Because it seems like it's been all over the board with the big game on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, it's just that's part of it. You know, that's the ups and downs of this league. I think for us, it's just a matter of just refocusing. You know, you can't say, oh, you know, we're one team one day and we're another team the next. I think it's finding how we just continue to get better in our process, what we can take away from both games, positive and negative, and then just try to come out ready to play now.
When you're this early in the season, is it good to have a moment like that where the up and down almost kind of is a roller coaster of like you said, emotions and effort and stuff like that, and it kind of plays itself out in the season? Is it good to experience that so early on?
I think it just shows us how quickly we have to be ready to adapt. I think having both those teams on the back-to-back, it's just two different styles of play. You know, one's heavy ball movement, one's heavy isolation. So I think just us just constantly just being in that frame of mind of the level of physicality that we have to play, but just how do we help each other as a team move forward every night.
What did you make of just the Clippers and the talent that they had added, and your first kind of look at them with James Harden?
I mean, they played well on both sides of the ball. You know, that's probably their best game of the season if they played against us. So, for us, we see them in a couple more weeks. So, get back to the tape, look at that, but just see what we can take from that game and apply to the Nuggets.
And what are you just kind of most encouraged by with this group so far as you reach, you're not even about 20 games in now, and where you kind of think about this team that maybe you didn't at the beginning of the season?
Just constantly just seeing our depth. Different guys step up at different times. I think we've seen that throughout the season with whether it's Keon, whether it's Sasha. Those are two guys that bring up, but just a variety of people just stepping up in different ways, helping us contribute, winning. I think that's going to be big for us as the season goes on. Everyone finding that rhythm, knowing that we have a lot of guys. Some guys may be in rotation, some guys may not, but we're going to need everybody to get where we want to go.
What's your thoughts about the defense this far? 17 games. It appears that there's a team concept of doing things on the floor together.
I think if you look at the numbers, we've improved from last season, but there's still a lot of room that we can grow. We definitely want to be, one of those teams that's knocking at the top 10. Those are the best teams in the league. They're top 10 defense. So for us, that's our goal. We're going to work towards that and give our best effort.
You guys have had some games where you've been down pretty big, and some of the losses you guys have lost by a lot of points. Have you noticed a theme in those, and how do you kind of explain that?
I think a lot of it starts with turnovers, whether it's live ball turnovers or just poor shot selection. That just fuels teams to make runs. It's hard to defend against those type of possessions, and for us, that can be very deflating. So I think really just us taking care of the basketball. Taking good shots is going to put us in position to be able to set our defense and be able to try to generate stops and get out of line.
When you look at the Denver team that you're going to face, there are a lot of similarities between you guys as far as the way you run the offense, the big man, and all that stuff. Is there things you can take from them? They're maybe a year ahead of where you guys have been in your development as a team, but are there a lot of things you can learn from playing against a team like that?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is what we saw in the playoffs last year, just the experience and the continuity. They have so many different wrinkles that they have in their offense, especially when it gets late game when you watch them. Just different things they don't have to say. They kind of have reads off each other. They know how they're going to operate. They know different schemes, different scenarios that they've been through. So I think for us in our group, we're getting to those layers. It hasn't quite, been perfected yet. We're still working through that, trying some different things this year that we've had some success with. So for us, it's just continue to grow in that capacity.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.